Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Danley the Manly. This is Oasis Part 8. A little bit where we go and build some skyscrapers. I do get a little. I'm not sure if I built the science building in the last episode, but I do build that. I do place that there, and I place a lot of buildings down that are really about leisure and tourist. Like I said in the last video, it's more about growing and expanding, getting more of those citizens and growing that population here in Oasis to level up and, get more money, essentially. So let's dive right into this. And yeah, see you at the end. So yeah, just a little bit of the vision I had that I was trying to explain in the last video was this strip here of just like marinas and fishing piers and jet rentals, a little bit of the cafe. I think I said that in the last video. I just love this water here, and it's just not it's a great location. If you know anything about geography, location, that is very important. That is key. So I'm really happy to be by this water here because it's not just a good way to export, because I do get to build some like naval imported goods, like cargo type ship, if I have water. Fortunately, I do in this map, so I'll be able to build that there. And that's why I just love water. So anything related to, here's the science building. Okay, we do get into it. Yeah, so you see all these green smiling faces. That's actually me, because I hope that they will, they go into science, the science building, and hopefully learn. And that way I don't get any businesses complaining about not having enough educated workers. Really, bro. I mean, it's not about wanting my my people to really. It's just for my. Okay, I'm not gonna say that it's not for my citizens. It's for my commercials, because I want to make them happy and tax them more. Okay, I said it, but my main concern is really making the city, Dubai, and have it grow and flourish. That's the main goal here. So it's not just about me growing my money, and it's about me growing my city. Okay, so that's not the point. I do want to point out here that I am aware of this landfill. I remember the name now. It's a landfill. I was placing these back and forth in this last episode because I needed, like, the waste management needed control, so I had to place down a lot of those. And it's really bad to place those near residentials, because obviously pollution that kills your residents. So you can't have pollution. Can't have a landfill near residents. So here you see me putting level 2 commercial. That way, there's no pollution and there's no issue with the landfill. But yeah, I'm trying to grow these, have more of these level 2 residences. Eventually I think I said that in like 5 or 6, where I do want to get rid. Okay, never mind. I do place level 1s residences, but I think I just want to have a little diversity in between neighborhoods. I do see a little bit of development there, but I know that by placing these or making these a level 2, I have to place down more parks, so which is what I like. So it's not a bad thing to place things down, but they're a little money consuming, time consuming. While I focus on building one of these parks, I have the other side of the city just without power, so can't really be having that. There I go with the water. See, I focus on one area, and then next thing I know, the other side is just completely blank. And well, it's a game, but seeing like you want to focus on one area, develop, and you think you're doing good for the city, and you spend 30 minutes in that little area. Next thing you know, the half the city didn't have water for that whole time, and you weren't paying attention. You were focusing more on trying to make it look pretty. So make sure I have enough water for these residents, because it's really, I'm running out of space here. I really don't want to cross contaminate the clean water and the sewage, but I don't think that's an issue here. That's later. I do unlock the sewage treatment plant, but I'm not able to place that anywhere nearby, as there's just no space. I'll have to buy the area next to it. That's probably gonna be happening soon here, because I'm just running out of space. I do want to, like I said, I do want to fill out each square before I move on to the next. And here's this little area that's really, there's just vacant spots, there's no development, and there's people that need workers, desperately need workers. So I don't know what's wrong with this little this section here. I'm not sure if it's the roads, or I mean, it's near the water. They get sand, and I don't know who wouldn't want to come work here. That's what I'm asking. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if by adding some residentials and fix some of these workers. And here's where I was talking about, where by seeing that they need workers, by placing residents nearby. And I love this little, I saw that this building needed a fire, it had fire, so the fire department just came by and fixed that issue. And I love when I see issues pop up in my city and I try to go and fix them, and then it's already being fixed by the either the fire department or police department, healthcare, the hearse. I think later on you see like there's like a dead body, and I go to see if they need medical attention. Amazing. Like, it's just, I love seeing this in my city, and I don't really need to focus on their attention, because I know that it's gonna get taken care of regardless. And here's what I'm talking about with the hearse. It's crazy. Like, all the needs that are popping up in the issue are being taken care of. I'm happy as a mayor. My residents look, they're happy, but I kind of want to improve that and get more happiness for my residents. Well, not just that, but I also want to increase their population. We're moving up in the world. We got 100K in the bank. We got big city as a title. We got the science building laid down. We got water pipes being put all over, making sure my citizens are well taken care of. I got that library that's like a set down some of these. Here's what I was telling you about the power plant, the sewage treatment plant. There's just not enough space for me to. I can place it down there, but it'd be better by the water, So it'd be. I don't have the space. Next episode, or when I run out of areas to build, I'll go ahead and buy that area on the left. That way, I may have to buy all four. That way, I can get the just expand it, just doubles the size of it, and just keep it growing. I know each square is like $3,000. It's not an issue buying those things, but I just wanted to make sure that it's I'm not over expanding like I usually do with here. Like I don't want to build and not have enough funds to build, like water or electricity, and then my citizens need it, and next thing I know, I'm losing money. I'm losing residents left and right. Like, I wouldn't want that. So I just want to make sure I get the first square taken care of. And here you can kind of see the transport how much it charges the citizens, how much money I'll be making off of that, and how much it costs to run that. Unfortunately, it costs like 60,000 to put that bus, and hopefully I get some profit off of that. I'm gonna try and tax the the public transportation to make sure I get my money back. But I'm increasing it. Like, I just went from 40 to 56 here in 2 seconds. Incredible. I kind of want to get back into the beginning of the city and kind of reshape it and reform it a little bit to just have like a good oh man, I don't want to say a square, like a plaza or a center of a build city. You drive in, there's like a statue. I did say I want to build a statue of a bear or panda bear there. So let's make sure I get that done. I don't want to move on past that, but I do need to build those marinas here. Because I just have like an empty spot. And here's that skyscraper. Here we go. Let's lay this down, baby. City of Oasis. Do it. Put it. There we go. We're reaching the skies with this. It's just something special for me. Seeing, touching the building skyscrapers, putting these fishing piers in each of these roads. Because they just look nice. I want to make sure that you're fishing, you're getting real deep in the water. That's why I put the roads out closer to the edge. I want to place these as I would like them to be. So if I were ever a fisherman, if I were a fisherman, I would love to go out in a pier where I have enough reach out into the ocean. And here, I thought the electricity, the electro power, I don't even know what these are. The electricity towers, power lines, here we go, power lines would just connect and stay, instead of me, when I build them, they would just destroy. So I want to make sure, I do remember that just by placing these down, they don't really have to be connected to the power plant, just as long as they're connected to that blue square. If you place them nearby, as long as it's inside that blue square, that area will have power. So just make sure you have your power lines within that blue, and it's just power is already running through those through that area. And get have some more buildings. I'm not sure how many more, because if I do build here, it'll tear down the power line. So I want to make sure I'm not tearing down any more power lines. So here's this hydro dam. It kind of tells you how much megawatts it produces. So far, this is the most I've had anything produce. I don't want to be, in the way of the city. I will build it when I do have the money for it. Unfortunately, you see right there, I don't have enough money for it. But when I do have it, I will be building it just to get. You see, my electricities are doing all right. I don't need it at the moment. It's not crucial, but I will be building it soon here once I buy the areas next to me to the right here. You see, I'm just kind of seeing how it would look in the city. You see, you got a lot of crime. I got pollution here. I'm not sure why. Oh, that's not pollution. No, that's not pollution. It needs value. So, like I said earlier, by keeping your residents happy, they'll demand to have that property value up. So here I am placing a little bit of a tennis court or a basketball court. Hopefully that'll help keep that value up and transform those level 1s into a level 3. I don't want to keep destroying these houses. But I really like the development here in the city. How some of these are no longer looking like, small town, and you see the sky. You see an actual skyline here, building in Oasis. So I'm really happy. It's a little pride in me seeing slowly become what I wanted, like what you envisioning at the beginning. It's kind of tough when you first start off, as you just start off with just one road. Next thing you know, I have all this filled out. You don't really notice it. It's really the city that never ends or sleeps. You're just that's why Joe Biden looks the way it looks, because he aged, man. He looked like he aged 100 years, and then it's been 4 years. My man looked like he aged from 75 to 1,025. It's incredible how he can barely even walk. How do you lose the ability to walk in 4 years? Is beyond me. As a president, I'm sure you have great medical attention, and so yeah, I want to make sure I get these areas developed. It's really frustrating seeing this peak where I wanted it to be a residential area. I had to transform it into industrial, and it's really heartbreaking when it's not building what you wanted it to be, because I wanted to build houses that are in the water, but I can't with the industrial. That'll just be pollution. That citizens, they will just bring the attractiveness and happiness down, and do not want that here in Oasis. What I want is more diversity and more taco stands all over the place. Really, it looks a little dark here in this area, and maybe it's because it's not pollution. With the more you zoom in and out, you'll see the pollution be like a smog area. I guess you could say, like, if you ever been in New Jersey, it looks exactly like that. Or New York. I haven't, New York doesn't really have that much smog that I've noticed. I've been a couple times. New York's a great city. It smells disgusting. You can hardly get anywhere with traffic, but it looks amazing. It looks good. I love the skyline. great buildings in New York. Nothing like Oasis, though. You'll see here once I start building some more skyscrapers. It's just gonna look way better. But yeah, New Jersey and that pollution, I feel that's what I'm saying. It's like this middle part is New Jersey, and everything around it would be New York or Manhattan. If you want to say that. It's this issue here. And I keep saying issues, but this is the main problem with this city, is that these commercial buildings are crying out for educated workers. And like I said, if you focus on one thing, half of the city will just start demanding for something. So I got to make sure that demand is being taken care of. And I want to make sure I want to place something down. That way I don't have to worry about it. I know that once I lay down or put down this nuclear reactor, that I'll have enough energy to supply this whole town. I'll probably need 2 of them once I expand. But with just once I unlock it, I don't think I've gone that far yet. So my main focus or priority at the moment is trying to get to that population. That way I can unlock that and don't have to worry about electricity anymore. So for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and just place some of these hydro turbines. And I am thinking of putting down that hydro dam for the electricity. I know I said earlier I didn't need it, but it's starting to come to that point where I'm really thinking of destroying my little lake, my little stream here, for a little hydro dam. It doesn't even really produce that much megawatts to begin with, so I'm really debating to see if either a coal or an oil power plant would suffice, which I doubt, because I know I have one down and it starts asking for more oil. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to keep having those power plants up. And here I kind of go a little bit into what these buildings need, and this building is maxed out, and it's really asking for like a level 2 resident. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tear this down and build it. So this is kind of what I mean about these vacant buildings aren't really vacant. They just need to be improved by a better building. So I don't really feel bad about tearing them down when I have to. But I do kind of, it's like something in me that's kind of like, man, why they leave? It like they could have stayed here forever. Even if your building was crap, you could ask the mayor to upgrade or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't think you can't really upgrade the buildings. They kind of upgrade on their own. You can lay down the layout of them or the design really of these buildings, but it's just more of a design and not a leveling up of those buildings. But I want to get more into building these roads and building a better bridge over to this other side of the building, of the other side of the city, where I can get more residents and, you know, kind of fill this empty space here and be done with it and move on. But I know I kind of want to shape the city a little bit better. That way it kind of looks good. I kind of just been placing the roads as I need to, rather than I do have a specific plan to kind of make it look like, you know, district areas and residential areas here and there. That way there's no pollution involved. But when it comes down to these roads, I kind of want to just make sure that there's no connecting the industrial with the residential. So I just place them down as the road goes. So with here, I kind of want to make sure that I have enough. I may need to tear down some of these houses when it comes down to like making that metro or a subway. So building. So I kind of want to save these next areas, or, you know, like I said, I may have to destroy some of these buildings to shape it to how I want to. Now that I have enough funds, I've unlocked enough buildings, I've reached a sufficient population to kind of do what I need to do with the city. And now that I'm at a sufficient level, I can go ahead and increase the budgets. That way there's no need within the city. Everything is pretty much taken care of by itself. And I see that there's not enough need for me to lose. I don't lose money by increasing them. But I do make sure that with whatever I have out there, I'm not just spending my money just freely on things. That I make sure I get enough revenue coming in. But I want to make sure that everything is being taken care of within the city. I want to increase tourists and public transportation. So I do increase the budget on the bus. But that's enough for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day.